I think everyone is dying to hear your reaction to this. And I don't mean to smile, it's not a funny story. But D'Angelo Russell of the Nets was cited for marijuana possession after being detained at LaGuardia Airport. Stephen A., anyone who knows you have taken a pretty strong position on subjects of this manner in the past. I will give you the floor. What was your reaction?
Well, of course, my initial reaction was for him to stay off the weed. There is no question about that. But I'm going to take it a step further. And listen, I come from a different place. And that different place is simply this. When you look at the modern day athlete and you look at the storylines that come associated with these individuals, from desolate and depraved environments and what have you, the challenges that they've had to endure and ultimately overcome to get to where you are today, league rules prohibit you from engaging in marijuana use. Every state has not legalized marijuana. Now, we can make the case for it, and I understand the case for it, particularly for medicinal purposes. And when it comes to for medicinal purposes, I'm not poo-pooing it at all. Go ahead, go for it. I get that. But for recreational purposes, I am an individual who has covered sports for 25 years now, and I am telling you, there have been occasions when I have seen people go on the court or on the field of play and look straight up high, and it ain't attractive. That's not what I think people are paying their money to see, particularly when you've got young kids coming to games. And so when folks make this argument about legalizing marijuana and letting it go and just go with it or what have you, and then they bring up alcohol and all of this other stuff. Well, I'm not sitting up there and saying, well, guess what? Because alcohol is legalized, excuse me, the marijuana should be legalized. The hell with it. Get rid of all of it during the season. I don't want to see somebody high on the court or the field of play. And they can't tell me that they don't get a high or some kind of stimulating feeling from it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. And I think it's an absence of discipline that should never be okayed. Because if you do it here, when does it stop? What's next? I'm not going for that. And if you bust your tail all your life to get millions upon millions of dollars, to put yourself in a position where you've secured your family, not just now, but potentially for generations to come, and you want to throw that all away for weed, you ain't a fool, you're a new fool. I have never seen a joint that was worth $1 million or more, or even less than $100,000. I've never seen a joint worth $10,000. I don't understand the idiocy to all of that, unless you just want to come out and say you're an addict. Now, that's a different discussion. But to me, I don't like the excuses for it. I think it's reprehensible, and I'm not making any excuses for D'Angelo Russell or anybody else. Damn it, the league prohibits you from doing it. Some states prohibit you from doing it. Don't do it or pay the price. Very simple to me.